So we had the first presidential debate last night, and I'm seeing articles all over the place. I'm seeing creators here on TikTok talking about how the Democrats are needing to replace Joe Biden. Some creators are saying that Donald Trump won the debate, that Joe Biden needs to step aside and that somebody else run. Um, did you guys watch the same debate I did? Well, Joe Biden did not have a great fiery showing like he did at the State of the Union, but I thought he did a good job. He had a slower start, um, but he spoke like Joe Biden does. Did he come out on fire like Donald Trump and attack, attack, attack? No, I wish he would have done that more. He landed some punches, but by the time he landed them, it was pretty late in the debate. He got better the later it went. I think he was expecting a more incoherent Donald Trump. And while Donald Trump only came out and really lied, um, it kept going back to, he went back to Roe v. Wade a lot. He went back to the border a lot. Um, and Donald Trump spent more time ducking and dodging questions than he did answering them. How many questions did they move on to asking him about something else? And Donald Trump went back and was still on the previous question. And the moderator had to come back and say, well, Mr. Trump, the question was actually this. You have 60 seconds. What do you say about this? And had to kind of bring him back on track. For the most part, with Joe Biden, I only remember a couple of times when the moderator had to say anything, and usually it was because Joe Biden had more time. It was just prompting him to fill that time. Basically, you have 60 seconds, Mr. President. What do you have anything else you want to add about this topic? Where when they talked to Donald Trump, they're like, well, you have 60 seconds left, Mr. Trump. Um, this was the question. He still hadn't even started answering the question. He was still on the previous one. Donald Trump kept going back to the as he put it, the millions and millions coming across the border for a lot of his answers. I think Joe Biden did a fine job. I think he can be at the top of the ticket. I think it's too late to replace him at this point. We need to stand behind him, vote blue down the ticket. And something to remember. Any point after he takes the oath of office, Joe Biden can resign. Just because we elect him in November does not mean that we have to stick with him for 4 years. He could always step aside and let Kamala run the country. And I think she would do a great job. Just because, we voted for him now does not mean he has to go all the way through the 4 year term. Would I like that? Would I think that would be a good thing? Potentially. We'll see how he goes. I said before that it wouldn't surprise me if he gets everything he wants accomplished in his first 2 years of his second term, if after the midterms he would consider retiring and leaving Kamala in charge. Would not surprise me at all. So let's not get too worked up about how bad the debate was for Joe Biden. I think some Democrats are doing what they've done all along, and they're looking at it as if the sky is falling, when in reality, it's just a little bit of rain.